Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan, coming to you today with a pre-recorded video that will go live on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel on Saturday, September 30th. So just so you know, this hostess code is going to change. So if you're watching this after the 30th and you're planning to order, there is a new hostess code for October. And you shop at MemoryINKers.com. Y'all know that. Okay, so here's where we're going to start. I have a piece of Lemon Lime Twist cardstock, regular size 8.5 by 11. And I've got some fun folds for you guys today. I think you're going to like them. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to move this out of the way for right now. I'm going to take this piece and I am going to trim it down to 5.5 by 11. Okay, then I'm going to turn it long ways and I'm going to score it at 6 inches. Well, you know what? I'm going to show you the way to help your brain with math. If you go, because 6 is wrong. If you go to 5.5, you're going to put in a center score, right? So now what you end up with is a 6 by 6 card, basic, or 5.5 by 5.5, I'm sorry. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go from each end to 4.25, score it, turn it around, go back to 4.25, and score. So now what you're going to have is this fold here. So you're going to add a mountain. So you've got the center one folded up, then it goes that way, and this one goes that way. Now this is where I like to look and see, how did my edges go? This one turned out really good. My edges are very even, just like I want them to be. And I will tell you a little secret. If my edges were off at this point, rather than throw out the cardstock, not that anybody would do that, gasp, I would, you know how you get it sometimes and it's just off, just like a little hair like that, it's like a little hair off. I would have trimmed it because that's how I am. Okay, so there is my card base. All right, so now we're going to take some pieces from the Memories and More Bright and Beautiful pack. Mine's almost empty, as you can see. And both of the cards I'm doing today are going to be using that pack. So what I'm going to start with is this piece right here. And it is too big for the length of the card. It is 4 inches by 6 inches, and I need it to be 4 inches by 5.25. So take out your trimmer and trim that down and hold on to this piece. Don't lose it. You're going to want it. So now I have that, and that can go on the front of my card. And then on the very front, I have picked somewhere here in my pile of stuff. Here it is, Oh Happy Day, which is one of the little cards. So I'm also going to trim this one down because I'm going to be using that one too, I think. So I'm going to hold, oh, I know what I'm doing with this. I lied. Just give me a minute. You know what happens is I set all this stuff up and I've got this great plan in my head and I didn't make enough notes. So it's my own fault. Okay, so now I am going to take this little 3x3 card that is from the Memories and More pack. And I am going to trim these down to 1 inch. There we go. That's better. Okay. 1 inch here. And this last one should be 1 inch, but it looks like it might be a little bit too long. It is. Okay. So now I have those 4. Now I'm going to do another step because they're very long and I want them to be a little bit shorter. So, oops, I forgot I have one more to cut. I want just Let's Celebrate out of this Let's Celebrate Something Amazing. So I am going to put this on here and I'm going to look through the little slit here so I make sure that I'm not cutting off anything important. There. I'll save that for something else. And then I'm going to cut this one down to 1 inch. I'm actually going to go 3/4, I think, on this one because it will fit better. Okay. So now I have all of my word related pieces here. And remember this piece I told you to hold on to. So what we're going to do is we are going to trim them all down to, hold on, I have to measure my piece that I have hidden away until I show it to you, to 3¼ inches. Now you may have some words that if you decide to do this, that might be too long. So it's okay, you can just adjust. Like if I were doing this something amazing, I'd have to be careful where I trim, right? So I want them at 3¼ so I'm just going to real quick trim all of them down to 3¼ and this one. Now see, that one's pretty close. If you don't like that it's that close, you could have trimmed less off and then cut on this side also. I chose not to do that because, you know, faster makes me happy. Okay, so now I have all of my 5 strips cut down. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I do want to trim this one. Okay, so I'm going to trim this one down to 5¼ just like I did the one with the stars for the front, because this is going to go on the inside. And this piece I am going to cut. I want to cut out the happy birthday, but I don't want to hand cut that. So in the current mini, the September to December mini, there are these awesome, look at how many you get, deckled circles. So let me tell you how many you do get because they're awesome. Let's see, you get 14 circles. It's $37 for 14 circles. So I'm going to take this over to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and I'm going to cut this out so that I can add it to the card. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have my happy birthday cut in a deckled edge. This I definitely would hold on to because you can definitely do some kind of a peekaboo card with this piece, right? So we're going to hold on to that. Let me set that aside for now. And we're going to grab all of the pieces that I need to complete this card. All right, so here we go. Here's where the fun comes in, you guys. It's so exciting. So I'm going to do the front, and I'm going to use some of my favorite, look, even that is pretty, right? Oh, it's so pretty. It'd be a great, like when you're scrapbooking, what a great journaling piece this would be. Okay, so this is going to go onto the front of my card like so. And you know I like my liquid glue because it lets me do a little bit of movement, although this one doesn't seem to want to move as easy as I wanted it to. Why? Because I'm doing a video. Me and videos. We like to make each other crazy, right? Then I am going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals to put the Oh Happy Day on the front. There are a lot of different options that I could have used for this little card. So it doesn't have to be birthday. There's so many other things you can do. But to be perfectly honest, I've used so much of this kit and I don't have another one in my stash. I know, shocking, but I don't right now. So, so I had to go with what I had. But I think you'll see that it works out pretty well. And this technique I'm showing you, although it is using the Memories and More kit, and I did cut up some word pieces, it doesn't mean you can't print the words on your computer or get them off of another pack of DSP or something. So now that is going to go right in the center of the front. So now I have my front done, right? Then for my little piece here, I am going to take this piece and I am going to add it to that so that that is pretty on the inside. If I wanted to, I could trim a piece of this off to tie in with the front, but since this one's cut, why not use it, right? It's a nice little strip that's going to look pretty, I think, on this piece right here. And of course, you know, I feel when you do this, I think it looks good when you leave a little bit of white edge, whether you're doing it on the top or the bottom. It's totally up to you. And I go back and forth. I don't know how, what do you guys think about when you do a stripe like that? Do you like it on the top? Do you like it on the bottom? Or are you like me and you just like whatever way it falls? You see, I thought this was going to fall at the bottom, but when I picked it up, it's at the top. I'm good. So now I've got this piece. Look how cute that is. So if I'd have done this a sideways card, a landscape card, that would have been really good too. So I am going to go ahead and put more adhesive. You guys know if you do not use this liquid glue, why? It is the bomb. I love it. You know what else I love? Look at how the lemon lime stripes, lemon lime twist stripes in here just match so good with the cardstock. I really, really like that. Now this piece, you have some options. I'm going to glue it down right here. You could take a marker and marker the edge if you want it to stand out. I would not recommend pop dots because this is going to get busy. So I want it to lay flat, just so you know, because we're going to do some fun stuff in just a minute. And I'm just going to put that basically in the center. I'm not going to say right in the center because it's me and it won't probably end up right in the center. Okay, now you're going to want some tear and tape and your pieces. And this is what I want you to think about. The colors that you are going to put together make a difference. Okay, so I'm keeping the pinks a little separated. So one will be on the top and one will be on the bottom. And then I'm going to make sure one is going to be on this side. That will be on there. This will be there, there, and there. That's what you have to decide. Those are your big decisions for the day. And then you can take a pencil and you can mark your center. I'm not going to. I'm gonna fly by the seat of my pants. If I can find the end of this adhesive, it will all be good. There it is. So, and I'm saying to use tear and tape because you want something fairly strong. Now I'm going to be adhering this here, so I want to make sure the adhesive goes on the back of this piece right there. And look at how fun that this background is on there. So it's going to look and match with the others. Now I can see a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see it, there's a little bit of tail on that. I don't want those tails to be hanging out. So you can cut them. Sorry. As usual, I had to grab my take your pick tool. I have two of them. You'd think I would leave one over here, but I've got different tips on them. So now I'm going to peel this back. So as I was saying with those edges, what I like to do is take them and just fold them back. Because if they stick out, they're going to make this card not open correctly. And we don't want that to happen. Okay, so now this is where you can decide if you're going to be picky. All right, so here's my ruler. I can put it at 5.5 right there. Let me move these so I can see. And then I know that 5.5 means that the center is 2 3/4. Okay, so then I can decide if I am lining this up 2 3/4 is my center, then I can, and I'm not making it perfect, you guys, then I'm just taking it right there, and that's about centered, I think. I'm not pressing down yet, although it's tear and tape. So let's see, 2 3/8, 2 1/8. So I'm going to move it over just a smidgen. There we go. We've still got cloudy days here in Farmington Hills again, you guys. So I hope the lighting is all right. Now I'm going to repeat this process with the other ones, but I'm going to keep reversing. So you have to watch what you're doing. So I'm going to set this one right here just so I know about where it's going to go. And then we'll put this one down. This is my one that's a little bit shorter. It's the one that I did at 3/4 of an inch. So you might want to make yours all the same length. You know, I'm not that picky, and this card is going to be so cute that I know that whoever gets it is going to be just fine with them not being even Steven. You certainly can. I think I did even up my other one. So now I can see, because that one's going to go there, I can see about where I want this one to go. Okay. Now I can take this one and I'm going to do the opposite end, because it's going to be adhered over here. So I'm going to have to leave a piece of the tear and tape sticking out, I think, because I keep having to hunt it down. Okay, I want to make sure I'm doing the right end. Okay, doing the correct end. Are y'all with me so far? I hope so. Like I said, this is a recorded video. So hello and thank you for watching if you have popped on at whatever time you've popped on. I appreciate it. I would love to have you share my video with your friends. That would make me so happy. Okay, now, just like I did with these, I'm going to this fold line. And I'm going to kind of, you can lay it down if that helps you, and center it like that. Now I know that this one is going to go here, so I'm going to want it about the same distance. So we're going to kind of just eyeball stuff like we did before. If you are a perfectionist, God bless you for one. But otherwise, just try to get over it. Or measure. You know what? Measure. People like to measure, and some people really are picky about that, and I think it's wonderful. I really do. And there is, I know I joke about it all the time, being overrated, blah blah blah, but the truth is, if I could be perfect with my crafting, I would not be sad. But what I am is, I'm a crafter who likes to craft. I like to create. I don't feel the need to have everything perfect. Who's with me on that? Please give me some likes or some loves, or make a comment. I would love it if you would comment on my video, because you know what? Likes and loves are really great, and I appreciate them so much. But commenting actually raises my my algorithm. So, okay, here's a little tip. All right, so I was about to put the adhesive right here, but look at how cute that is, and it might show. So I'm going to put the adhesive on this side because I like those little stars to show. So think about that when you're putting yours together also. And pulling off my adhesive, strip backing, folding over. Whew, tear and tape is strong. So now I'm going to center that so you can see what it looks like. You've got plenty of room to type on there or to write on there. But watch what happens. This is how it's going to come to your friend, and they will open it and go, oh, look. How cool is that? And both sides look fairly pretty, right? And then when they stand it up, look at, this is what it looks like when it's stood up. Here, I'll show you that is about what it would look like, but you see the design on how it would be. So the last thing I would suggest to you is that if you are going to do this, grab the Bright and Beautiful 6x6 paper, because I will show you this tip again. I haven't shown it in a little while, so you can take it. Now this is the scrap, and then take your adhesive. Sorry, I didn't mean to bang that so loudly, but I want to make sure a lot comes out. And I am going to put some adhesive on here. I really kind of want to get close to the edges. Okay, now here's my trick with this. I've got that all glued. I'm going to set this down like that, so that then I can take this and I'm lining it up now, right? Because they're both flat. And I'm lining it up to one edge. Okay. Now I can see and just take my snips and cut along the edge. I'm not going to make you watch me do that. What happens is you end up with this as your envelope base. So, and you can see all I did, this is where this one came from, right there. So that's how easy it is to decorate. You can do something similar if you want to do the inside. You're going to have to trim it a little smaller. You can pencil line it and then just shove it down in here. If you don't have our awesome dies that used to do that, they were so cool. So, so this is your first card. And it is a fun birthday card. Now, I did the same thing with a note card. Oh, here's my original. So I'm curious. This one I did in Azure Afternoon, but you see it is the same thing. Only I cut out this balloon instead of this happy birthday. I didn't have another balloon because I used it, but there you go. You can see, and I set these, I did the colors different too. Obviously I switched a few of them around, and then I put that Let's Party on this side instead of a stripe. So there's so much you can do with these Memory and More kits. Oh, so much. If you get the Memory and More kits, get the matching designer series paper so you can play. Now I'm going to show you the note card. I'm going to look at my time and see how much time I have left. Let's see. Well, this is already 23 minutes, so it might be it might be a little bit long, so maybe I'll just give you the basics on what to do with this one. So here is this. This is one of our note cards and envelopes, and I used designer series paper, and I made it a Cheers to You card. So this one's a little bit different, as you can see. So let me tell you how I did this one. So also, see this on the envelope? This is one of the stickers that comes in the kit. You get a whole bunch of stickers, so I'm going to show you those. And I don't want to seal it right away, so this is just a piece of transfer that was on labels. I do a lot of labels. So I saved that so that I don't use it up, right? I don't want it to stick now. that would be bad. Oh, one of my little gems popped off. So I'll fix that later. Okay. I'm also using the Tinsel Gems 4-pack. So here are the pieces. You can see, I'm not going to cut these because you know how, you already saw me do that. But you can see where here is good times. Congrats. Today will be great. Look at how tight I had to cut. Today will be great. And then this makes me happy. I will show you how to do that. Also, here's one of the cards. I trimmed that down and this one down to fit what I wanted because when I put it on there, I didn't like it like that. To me, that was a little boring. So I just, you know, trimmed a little off the edges, and then I have this piece to mat, and I will tell you the measurements on this piece. So this is our note cards and envelopes, right? And this is, let's go the right way, Carrie. This is cut to 3 inches by 4.5. So that means I trimmed this down. It's already at 3, so I trimmed off, like you can see, I made little marks. So I trimmed it down to 2 3/4 inch wide, and you can decide how you want to center that for you. I was going to do it on the video, but I know long videos, people don't particularly like long videos, so I'm kind of cutting this short, but I want to definitely show you the fun stuff. So this designer series paper comes from the big 12 by 12 pack. It's huge-animous, and it has 48 sheets, and it is called Delightfully Eclectic, and there is just a boatload of stuff in here. In fact, the back of this is so darn cute. Look at that. It's pretzels. So here's what I did with this one. This one is trimmed to, let me tell you because I don't remember, 4 3/4 by, I believe it's 7.5. Yes, 7 1/4. So I'm going to fold it in half. Now this is definitely a cheater way to do it. You remember I had exact measurements for the one that I made out of strictly cardstock. But I'm just going to take this one and I am going to fold it in half. Okay. And then rather than the big one, I did 1 1/4 inches from the center. This is 1 1/4 inches right here. This one, I'm only going to do 1 inch because it's smaller. So here's my fold. Here's my 1 inch line. I am going to set it on the 1 inch line, and I'm going to score hard enough, but not so hard that I tear my designer series paper. But now I should be able to fold it on both sides. Yep. This one is a little fainter, so if you are worried about that, flip it over again and go there. Oh, look, I had written the measurements on the back and I forgot. So I'm actually gonna, I was folding it the wrong way because I want the stripes to show, but you might want the pretzels. It's really cute. So now I've got that piece, right? So this is the only tricky part. If you want to call it tricky, it's not super tricky. So here is my note card. I'm going to fold that in half, have that ready. And then I am going to put adhesive on this piece right here. Just that one. You can use whatever adhesive you want, but you know what I always say, our liquid glue is so awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. And now I'm going to kind of center it so that it is centered on these 3 edges, like so. Okay. Now I'm going to fold it and fold it. And I'm going to put adhesive on. I think this designer series paper idea is actually cuter than the cardstock one, personally. You could do this same thing with your cardstock one. Now I'm going to take it, I'm going to hold it while I fold this over. and press. Now I have it like that. See? So then you can decorate it. Now let me show you my little trick for this centerpiece. You already know how to put all of these on, but this is a sticker, okay? So when you're using a sticker like this, you don't want the whole thing to be sticky, right? Because otherwise it's going to seal itself. So all you have to do is take your embossing buddy, which is currently an online item with the embossing kit. Or if you don't have that, you can use baby powder. And once you stick it down, I don't want to do that because this video is getting too long. You can just tap it with this and it ends up like this one is completely dry because the powder comes out and covers it, right? So I will finish putting this one together because why wouldn't I? But the video is getting a little long, so you already know how to do this. And then you just trim down and see, I don't have anything on this side, but the striped paper looks fabulous. So there you go. And I added some gems. It looks like one of my little gems came off, so we can't have that. So I'm going to grab another gem and pop it on there. Right there. There we go. That's better. So now you can see, and this is what it looks like when the person opens it. And this one I thought of more as like a graduation, new job, whatever you're happy for them with. So let me show you again here, in case you want to do screenshots. I do a lot of screenshotting. So there you go. And here's how it looks. Okay, that's one. And then these are the two different ones that I did. And this is the one I did on the video. And it looks like this one can flatten out. So there is that option. So you could scrapbook with it. But anyway, it's the same thing. And then here is the one I did previous to the video. So I hope you guys like them and that you will keep watching me here at facebook.com/MemoryINKers, or if you're following me on YouTube, just remember this is a recorded video, but if you ever want to watch me live, I am only live on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/MemoryINKers. If you are excited about doing this on your own and you have any questions, please let me know. Just reach out, send me a direct message or comment on this, and I will make sure I get back to you as soon as I can. And again, shopping MemoryINKers.com. That's going to take you to my Stampin' Up! Website. Email MemoryINKers@gmail.com. And my hostess code, which ends today, September 30th, Saturday, September 30th. H as in Harry, A as in Adam, W as in Wayne, A as in Adam, N as in Nancy, 3. G as in George, D as in David. And there will be a new hostess code for October 1st. And some exciting stuff is happening October 3rd. Be here. Be at my Facebook page. You're going to want to hear about it. I will be live again that day, Tuesday. So have a blessed and wonderful rest of your weekend, everybody. Bye.